Hello, this is a Foxxy game that black won by 15 points and a half, so quite comfortable. It feels that white kind of missed some opportunities in the early stage, and then it was really difficult to come back, so black was always a little bit ahead and he managed to keep the lead till the end. So let's have a look. Diagonal Fuseki this time. Hoshi Hoshi, so far so good. Black attacks. Now here when white defends, black can actually take the Shimari at f3 or go for a mini Chinese formation with j3, which would be old school Fuseki. Therefore, it's interesting for white to immediately approach the corner to prevent the Shimari. But black just slides. So probably black was expecting white to block the corner, then extend back very calm to finish up the Joseki. But white did very well here. So immediately Kakari. This is nice because if black defends d5 for example or d6, white can choose to attach entry, then nobi, and go for this kind of Joseki where white actually develops both sides. I mean the bottom and the right side. This would be a very comfortable Joseki for white. So black pincer, the one space tight pincer. White puts pressure, that's very good. Here it's expected to see a push and cut. And we have this kind of variation where black goes for the left side and white takes the bottom stone. Then obviously black will take the corner and white extends for a base here. The Fuseki is actually very balanced like this. But white simply defends. Black defends the corner. White gets ahead, black jumps. So the jump is played right after the push, which is fine. Sometimes we see this game on the second line. It's a trendy move. But one space jump is fine too. Playing the one space jump, white can push more. But once black plays the game on the second line, it's difficult to stress this corner too much. Well, obviously white can press on the third line, but black has this clamp and connect underneath. And if white resists, black will cut and then you gotta crawl a lot. It's a little bit painful. Anyway, one space jump, the usual stuff. So white pushes one more time, this is okay. The attaching the corner, it's a little bit questionable. Normally, it's okay to push once again. Black can either nobi or hane. If he hane, you push again. If he nobi, anyway, there are cutting points to use and get some forcey moves. But right now, white has a wall. So every time you have a wall, you want to extend from it. And it can be k3. The idea with the extension, also j3, it's an option. It's to pincer this g3 stone. So once you set up a wall, the plan is to counter pincer. Also here, once you push a couple of times, it's already good to play j3 or k3. So black comes out, which is already not so comfortable for him anymore. You can play a cap move or you can keep pushing to make the wall great again on the left side and then fight more. Maybe on the bottom it's interesting to play this one or the tsuke or just block the corner. Black needs to extend tight this time and then come out between the groups. So this would be a better follow-up for white. Now white played the attach in the corner and things can get a little more tricky here. First of all, black could turn, push and cut. Now in this kind of fight, white can also push through and then go out. Now the reason for this combination is that if black captures this guy, you go squeeze, Atari from the outside and capture the stone on the left side. And this is good for white. It can happen. So think about that in the future. Now, if when white comes here, black is not going to take the stone, but connect on the left side. If white defends the bottom, black will take the two stones in the corner. So white will capture this guy, black Atari and comes out, but white can push here or play a Kosumi. Now, when black defends on the bottom, similar to what happened in the game, to extend for a base, white can attack the left side. If black extends on the left, white can pincer the bottom. So this is an interesting fight to consider, but black actually played hane in the corner, the safe way. And here, white could actually punish black a little bit. So use those cuts in your favor. First push and then outside cut. The reason to play the outside cut is that you always want to give that stone. So if black captures, then this is just bait and then you Atari and kill the corner. I mean, if he comes here, you just capture everything. But already at 2-dan level they can read this out, so it's not so easy to trick black like that. Therefore, black will connect. But this is still good for white. White can push several times from behind using that stone on the left side, because obviously black doesn't want to allow being surrounded here. So black will go out. Another way, I mean, this would be the simple way. Push several times, you still make a powerful wall, and then pincer. So this should be the theme in this particular Fuseki. Push, make a wall, and counter pincer. But there's another way. You can play no Setsuji. Now, if black comes out, you resist under. Then when black turns here, you play Nobi. If he lives in the corner, Atari, and then jump out to attack those stones in the middle. Now, black might play the turn to the left, then you cover, and if he stands on the bottom, you immediately Atari, and you get a lot of potential on the left side. That's also a good variation. But he might just turn. He doesn't allow the Atari. But this you don't care, because he's already on the second line, very low. So you got the wall and pincer the bottom as originally planned. So there is push, cut, and actually here you can even think about trying to resist with this move and go out many times. Actually that could happen later after you go down. Yeah. So black push here, block, and now he extends. Normally black should turn or play a one space jump to make sure there is no combination here with cut and escape and so on. Like this, it's all good for black. But the way he played, when he extends here, you can push through and cut. I don't think he will give you the corner. This is too nice for white. So he will always connect to keep everything safe. And here, if you push several times, let's suppose you don't see the nose Tetsuji or you don't want to use it to make the wall, because now the wall is really not so great because black has a stone at k4. So let's say you resist. If he lives in the corner, you go Atari, so you're happy. If he comes out to stress this group on the left side, and now he leaves, then those stones in the middle are a target, quite heavy. And if he keeps pushing, now you have enough liberties to hit the vital point and kill the left side. So all of a sudden, all that crawling kills the corner, so it's not too bad. This is a group that has to run in the middle. Well, he got the bottom, but this is still invadable. So that's the focus of this particular game, this lower left side corner. Therefore, push, cut, and use the Agi. Now, R3, it's not really necessary because you still want to play moves like L4 or let's say J3. Therefore, if you don't see the push and cut here and how to use the combination with the nose Tetsuji, it's good enough to play a Keima, because this prevents his peep at F5, and it's important too. Because when he jumps in the corner, you can always exchange this with R9, and it's okay. It still leaves some Agi between these two stones to come in at M3 or Tsuke L4. But if you block the corner, he may play another move. He can play proper at M4 or a one space jump like it happened in the game. This is good. And then you play the way. Well, for white, it's still important to do something in this lower left. Leaving this lower left heavy, and that was actually, that lost the game for white later on. Okay, we have a basic pattern here. Black push through to go for the outside thickness. Usually black will just connect and then go down. And then extend in the top, make a moil like this. But okay, it's playable. And now white doesn't have to capture the stone. It's much better to go down. Because when you capture the stone, obviously black will play here to secure the right side. But later on, black can play P18 and you need this move. So this is a good exchange for black. But if you play Q18 right away, there is no forcing move black can play there. I mean, if black plays P18 now, the group is already alive, so you don't need another move inside. Therefore, always double up at Q18. It's a matter of maybe 10%. Okay, this was big. It's very proper to protect the corner at R2, but here you can also play the attach and pull back or come out to disconnect the group from the right from the bottom area. Because once you play here, black can play an attach, you play this, another clamp, you play here, so he somehow connects these two areas and will go for a big moil later on. This press, I mean the submarine approach. You can just block here, it's enough. He must go back, but then there's an invasion point here. If he extends like this, you put pressure and keep him low, it's also good. and then extend towards the top. And then try to activate the edge of the 2 stones, so he might need another move to capture them. Actually, the game is not lost for white. It's still playable, but it could be better on the left side. Anyway, this tsuke is to keep black low and go for some outside thickness. You can also play just one space jump. He will leave in the corner, and then you extend to the top. It's important once you have a wall like this to get the extension first. Otherwise, why let him take the corner if you cannot extend? Now, when he cuts, normally you want to have the ladder because you want to play Atari here. Playing this empty triangle is not so great. It's better to play Atari because even if black resists and comes out this way, you can still fight. And actually the corner is not completely alive. He needs another move to leave like this, or Hane, block, and Tiger Mouth. There's a Tsumego in the corner where white can get at least Ko. So playing the Atari is good because if he lives in the corner like this, then you play another move and that's fine. The shape is okay. Doesn't matter if he tries to come out with that stone. This is a bit ugly. So he got the middle side extension in the top. But actually now, well, it's better to play O-Gamer. And the reason is, let's say black plays again in the top or something here to increase the right. Once you push and you cut, if he takes the stone, you take the corner as before. And if he connects here, you go out. So now the 2 stones are in trouble. When he Hane, you play Atari, then you catch the stone on the left side. Then he has to leave in the corner, and now you catch this group in the middle. So every move you play on the board must have some follow-up. So once you play here, he might turn, or he might bump, or he might just play Kosumi. Therefore, it's a good exchange. And now you can go for the corner kill, which is the vital point in the 2-2 intersection, as usual. So once black plays here, you just go down. If you Hane in the corner, descend. If he plays here, make a big one eye, Nakade. If he plays this one, just Hane. But black can play a little better. I mean, he can try this move, which is a Tesuji, but Atari, then capture the Ko. So that group can die in a Ko. What else can he play? Not much. If he plays this one, you just play reverse monkey jump, and on this move, go down, and the group is dead. So, Keima like this to try to catch the stone. Then here, usually, yeah, on Tsuke you just play Nobi, but you can play Hane, he blocks, Atari, connect, and then don't play the Nobi anymore. Try to reduce the right side somehow. Shoulder hit and jump. Anyway, the game seems difficult for white now, because once black played the Tsuke at C10, there is no more push and cut here. Then black is pretty strong everywhere except the top left corner, where a Ko can happen. And yeah, after this move, it's really urgent to do something in the corner. No time to invade. It's important to play around here or Tsuke and go up. Because obviously, after this move, he wants to peep F5 and surround the group on the left. So this happened. Invade, because the position is quite desperate. Then peep and Nobi. Actually, after the peep, he can jump. Because when you push here, he will play this one. On this one block, on this one Atari, go down. You may leave, but it's very small. 5 points in the corner, painful. So the way it happened in the game, actually white could die big. Turn was okay. Tsuke, resist. Actually here, black should Nobi. If you play this move, he can push first. Then when you block, he takes a stone. When you connect, it just surrounds everything. It's a net, and this is just one eye in the corner. So black could go here. And if you play this one, he can capture a stone. When you connect this guy, he surrounds the whole thing like this or like this. If you come out, push and cut, like it happened in the game. So now black had another opportunity to finish the game early. He should play this move, because when you go out, he can come out like that. Yeah. Oh, even now. Yeah, this push is not necessary. He was supposed to block like this to prevent the Atari and so on. When you Atari here, he captures. If you go down, he can push, you block, Hane, block, and kill all. It's unconditional. And if you play this one, vital point, and Hane in the corner. It's only one eye. So black could kill with the tiger mouth block here. No core, nothing. It's game over. At this stage, white has to resign. But somehow, magically, white found a core and lived. But expensive. So let's see here. Wedge. Yeah, I think this wedge, it's a little bit better. If black plays Atari, you can actually honey under. And now he cannot cut you anymore. Because when he cuts, you play Atari, he must take a stone, you can play another Atari, he connects, and then you connect. And even that stone on the right side can be activated, so black needs to play around here. Then you can use the Agi and escape on the right. But if you play like this, it's a smaller life. Yeah, this move, it's obviously good. Then you gotta leave. Ouch, quite painful. And black doesn't even have to play the attach. It's good enough to play a cap move or to play this kind of move, because when you go down, you're threatening to connect one way or the other. And when you come out here, then he can play a peep and a cap. Because this group is weak on the right and heavy. Those two stones are kind of surrounded. These two stones are heavy. Big potential for black in the middle. And white is small everywhere. 3 corners and this tiny group on the left. So I will still resign the game here as white. Interesting struggle, but it didn't work. Black can even capture right now. So jump out. Yeah, here black should use the cap. He tends to play a little more soft now because he's in a very comfortable position. So Hane. Okay. White made some eye shape. It's not important to catch these 2 stones because the group is already alive. The potential is still in the middle, so more interesting to jump out, fix the group and erase. If black connects here, 2 stones, the group in the corner doesn't suffer. So I mean, it might a little bit. White needs this move, but if black pushes here, then you catch 2 stones. Yeah, this was a little bit too much, too slack. Black can play a peep and then surround that group. But no matter what black plays, it looks like it's going to be an easy win for black. White should play just 1 space jump. 2 space jump is too much. Obviously black can push and cut. And this push is also a bit risky. Should protect back here and then Nobi. If black plays the cut like this, what can white do? Atari, Atari, then some problems in the middle. If Atari here, Atari out, turn. So this group is in danger and also the one on the right. Black was really calm. Yeah, nice. He doesn't need to play too aggressive. But at some point, black should come back and protect this corner and avoid the co-fight. Yeah, Hane is good. Pull back. Double Hane also good. You can play 1 Atari because it gives him bad shape, then extend. Now he must take the stone, Atari from behind, and attack here. If we think about that, white lost the game by 15 points. Imagine killing this corner, which is over 20 points, and just create all this box. Then actually white is coming back. Black could also play Atari, then connect. Now white has to go down. Well, white can also play here, but black will approach and you need to take the stone. Then he can defend the corner. So in general, to this kind of double honey, you play 1 Atari because this formation, it's an empty triangle. And then extend. If black takes a stone, it's fine. If black plays somewhere else, then you might fight more. So Nobi. Black should play Kosumi here all the time in Sente. If white doesn't answer, the group dies. So if white plays, for example, this one, play here, and now it's just dead. So now, white play Kosumi, but actually white can play the attach. And when black blocks, you pull back or you just bump for Sente. And if black cuts, this is nice because you can also cut. He goes Atari, connect, but now there's a double Atari. So if he captures the top stone, you play double Atari. If he connects, you take these 2 stones. And if he plays Nobi, then you Atari once, push, push again, and you capture the 2 stones, and that's a bigger territory. So when you play the Tsuke here, he blocks, you pull back, this also leaves the clamp, so he needs another move. Because now if he plays away, you clamp, he goes down, this one, Atari, go out, he must take, and you Atari here, and it's a shortage of liberties. So that's why reading in local fights is so important, because you can get 1 more inch of territory in Sente Gote, but usually Sente, if you play well, B18, the last opportunity to fight the Ko and come back in this game. Once you play the Hane, you should also play Atari. So, yeah, now it's fixed. Actually, this move is Sente too, but you cannot kill the corner anymore, so that was a little minus. Too bad. The way to protect here is just this. Because here, black can connect Sente, and you must play this one too. But if you play... Also, it's okay to play the throw-in ones and then connect, because at the end, you can push here, and after all the neutral points are filled, black needs another move inside. But when 15 points behind, it doesn't matter so much. It's good to play Hane, he will no be, he won't fight the code, and push and block, push, block, Hane, and everything in Sente. Then here, clamp and capture that stone. So, back to this. Yeah, black got the moves where white could play Sente. So here, throw in 1 time, because black could connect Sente all the time. And once black connects here, you need to connect, and he builds 1, 2, 3, 4 points. If you throw in, he builds at least 1 point less. It doesn't matter much, but it's good to know for future games when white is ahead. Yeah, actually a game like this where it's messed up from the beginning, you don't need to play it till the end. Here as a good style, it's okay to play Atari, he connects, then you make a point, and this Ko you can still fight at the end. Yeah, no way to come back. So this lower left side needs more attention to study, and the top left B18 to kill the corner. Enjoy the review.